Hey, what is up, guys? Listen, you guys are in for a treat today. Let me tell you, we are making Tallarines Verdes con bistec. Basically, it's green pasta with a steak. If you're familiar with pesto, then it's very much like a pesto, only a little on the creamier side. This is a huge dish in Peru. Definitely one of our family's favorites. We're super excited. I'm excited for you to see this. I'm excited for you to taste this. Now let's take a look and see what it's going to take to make this dish. All right, we're gonna need about 400 grams of pasta. We're gonna use linguine today. You're gonna need 3 cups of basil, 1 onion and a couple of garlic cloves, 2 cups of spinach, about 500 grams of Queso Fresco, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/2 cup of evaporated milk, 1/4 cup of walnuts, and of course, our steak. All right, guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is gonna drop our pasta. While the pasta's cooking, we're gonna finely chop our onions and garlic. Okay, everything's chopped. We're gonna drop the olive oil in. Go ahead and drop our onions in. And we're gonna go ahead and drop our garlic in. All right, guys, now we're gonna go ahead and start cooking up these onions and garlic, mixing this up. All right, guys, so here we go. We're sauteing our onions, garlic. See how it's kind of getting that clear look? That means it's cooking down, and that's exactly what we want. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a little bit of salt in this. Crack some pepper in here. You don't have to use a whole lot of pepper on this one. And then we're gonna continue to cook this down. And then from here, we're gonna take it over to emulsify it with the rest of our ingredients. That's when the fun begins. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and strain our pasta. All right, so here we go. So now we're gonna start putting our cream sauce together. So I've got the onions and the garlic. That was a little hot, right? So that we were sauteing. I'm gonna drop those in here. Like that. All right. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. So good. Now don't be putting this pan into the sink just yet, because this is what we're going to be using for our pasta. All right, and in case you were wondering, this is my little cooking scarf. Awesome gift for my wife, right? It doubles as so many different things. So we've got that going on. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our basil. We're going to drop our basil in here. Pack this in there real good. I'm going to go ahead and do our evaporated milk just so I can get some liquid in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start emulsifying so we can start breaking it down. Break it down just like this. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my spinach. We're going to drop that spinach right in there. I'm also going to drop my walnuts in there. Got a little bit more of this evaporated milk. And keep emulsifying. Now guys, I'm using the emulsifier, but you can use a food processor. We used to use a blender growing up. I just like the emulsifier. Plus I love the word emulsifier. All right, here we go. So to help break it down a little bit more, I'm actually going to be adding some olive oil in there. So don't be afraid to, you know, do what you've got to do. Now we're going to add our cheese, our Queso Fresco. There we go. Look at that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop a little bit of salt in there, right, just for taste. And again, you're going to season it or salt it to taste. Some people like a little more salt than others. And then I'm going to crack just a little bit of pepper in there. Did you just see that splash? All right, now let's go ahead and taste this and see how it's coming along. Oh man, absolutely delicious. Okay, so now we've got the sauce, we're gonna get a pasta, we're gonna combine it. Check this out. All right, so earlier I told you guys make sure you just leave that pan aside. We still have the onions and a bit of garlic in there. We still have the olive oil. So now we're gonna go ahead and start dropping our pasta in there, right? Just like that. Pasta, and here's where the magic happens. We're gonna start pouring in that sauce that we just made. It's like a little pesto sauce, like I said. Oh, so good. I really wish you guys could smell this. This is absolutely, absolutely amazing. All right, now we're gonna start dropping some more pasta on top of that. I'm gonna start tossing all of this together. Look how beautiful that looks. That green, that spinach, that basil. And again, we'll keep dropping more and more pasta and kind of tossing it together. I know I went over the ingredients at the beginning, but I'm also going to be putting them in the description below. So, all right, so we're going to continue to toss this, and I'll be right back. I'm going to show you exactly how we plate this, and don't forget, we still got steak. All right, guys, so we just got done plating this amazing dish. As you can tell, we've got our Tallarines Verdes right there. We've got our steak right on top. Look at those amazing grill marks. A little decor with some spinach and some walnuts, which is all obviously incorporated in that. Now, is this dish done? You would normally think and you would say, well, yeah, how can it get any better? Well, if you eat this dish in Arequipa, and my cousin Bruno will tell you, because he won't have it without this, you've got to add an egg. So we add an egg to the top of this steak, and bam, just like that. All right, now we've got to go ahead and try this. But before we try this, guys, please, please, please do me a favor. If you're enjoying these videos, you're enjoying watching how these Peruvian dishes are made, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this, and more importantly, make sure you try these recipes. Send me your pictures, let me know what you think, let me know how it turns out for you. I'm super excited. So we're gonna go ahead and take a bite of this thing, right? All right, here we go. You gotta have a little bit of that. Oh, look at that. All right, we're gonna cut right into this. Got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm so excited. I would normally have a pasta spoon, but we don't have time for that. Oh my goodness. That's like the ultimate perfect bite. Are you kidding me? I know you're salivating right now. I know you are. This is amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely amazing. You've got to try it. I'm telling you, it will knock your socks off. Guys, thanks for watching, and as always, buen provecho.